So I have here this analogy, I believe it was from Elon Musk, where he said that if you set yourself 30 days, if you give yourself 30 days to clean your house, you will clean your house in 30 days. However, if you give yourself 1 day to clean the house, it will take you 1 day. Until you make something and make a decision until you make a decision in your head, it's going to be very messy and it's not going to be very concrete. Once you set yourself and decide, and you actually set yourself a certain time or a certain goal or a certain thing in your head, until you do that, you're kind of letting go and you're not in a position of power over your own thoughts. Ultimately, until it's decided in your head, it's not decided in real life, and you just kind of go with the flow with how everything goes. But once you decide that this is the way it's going to be, it will be that way. Because, as I said, if you give yourself 30 days to clean a house, you will clean your house in 30 days, because that's what you set yourself. However, if you give yourself 1 day, you will clean your house in 1 day, because you gave yourself 1 day to do this. You made it a goal. You made it a task that you had to complete within this time frame. For example, also another thing is, I like to use this analogy because this is something that I went through. I was like, when me and my ex-boyfriend broke up, like a long time ago now, I used to be like, oh, but maybe, oh my gosh, maybe, oh my gosh, maybe. But the truth is that until I decided that no, I will never be with him again, I don't want to be with him again ever, and I was like, because I would always think to myself, well, maybe we'll be together again, maybe we'll be together again. But until I decided, and I was like very uncertain about my situation, I realized that I completely let go of my choices, what I wanted. And the truth is that I didn't want anything. And so I decided in my head, there's not going to be any more maybes. Maybe this will happen, maybe not. No, this will never happen again. I will not let it happen because I don't want it to happen. No, until it's decided in your head, you're leaving it kind of by itself to just kind of drift around, and you being in control, you're being out of control. However, you put yourself in control once you make the decision in your head. You want to launch a business, first you've got to decide that you want to do that in your head. You want to start working out, first you've got to decide that you're going to do it in your head. How many times a week are you going to do it? What are you going to train every single day throughout the week? What are you going to eat? You have to decide, you've got to make the decision, you've got to make it in your head before you make it in reality. Because I can say all I want, I want to achieve this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but until I actually decide it in my head, where it's like, it's not like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. It's, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Until you do that, you are letting go, and you are not going to make it. You aren't going to make it because it's just a thought that you have. It's just a dream that you have. As I literally keep saying this. Until you make your dream a goal, it's only going to be a dream. It's going to stay in your head. It's not going to get out of your head. It's only going to stay in your head. So, what's the whole point of this video, and what is the message I want you to take away from this video? Until you decide it in your head, and until you make it clear in your head, it's not going to happen. You don't have to have it all figured out. Honestly, the best way to go around with learning things and taking on brand new adventures and just learning new things is to go in and just do it. You can learn all the theory that you want with business, but until you do it, you're not going to know anything. It's just going to be random knowledge you've got. But when you go in and do it, you are actually adapting and learning as you go. With working out, you can learn and you can read about what's the best exercises for building muscle, what's the best exercises for this, for that. But until you go and you actually do it, you may not know what is best for you. So until you get it clear in your head, by that I don't mean that you don't really know what you're doing. I'm just saying that you make a very clear goal that you're going to get to. Until you do that, it's just going to be a random thought in your head. And you are letting go of any control that you have. Until you learn to control your mind will control you.